Hey guys, it's Thursday afternoon here in the Philippines, and I am doing our bonus video for this week. And as I mentioned on, I think it was Tuesday, when I did our chase video with the Datsun 510, I told you I had ordered this new Mini GT R32, and if it came in, I would go ahead and do a brief video on it because I don't have any other Mini GT cars to kind of combine it with to do a longer video. So I figured I'd just go ahead and show you guys this one because I was super excited about this one. This is their first R32, the Nissan Skyline GTR Group A. I think it says 87 something, whatever this means. It's the 1992 Japan Touringcar Championship. I usually don't collect Japanese race cars or European race cars. I'm strictly American race cars and vintage race cars at that, like drag racing, NASCAR, Trans Am series from the 50s up until probably about 2000. But I don't buy much in the Japanese racing market. Although, since I love Mini GT stuff and this is their first R32, I had to have it. The next release is a silver one with the Nismo like stripe and badging on it, so it will be your stock one. But once again, had to get it because it's, well, Mini GT and it's an R32. Still yet not my favorite Skyline. I'm a big R34 fan, but I still dig the R32s. Now this is how they come here in Asia. In the Asian market, the Asian releases only come in this box. Usually it has some kind of shrink wrap around it or cellophane wrap, whatever you want to call it, kind of like your Asian release Tamica models. Now, I know when you guys see these in the U.S., it usually says on the package, like for U.S. only, they come in a blister pack, and it's got the box and the car usually sitting on top of the box, and it's in a blister pack or clamshell, whatever you'd like to call it. They do this for Miho, and once again, I'd like to thank Awesome Skeleton for helping me with the pronunciation on that. I always thought it was Mijo, but he did tell me Miho, and then after watching some Lamley videos, I did find out it's Miho. So thank you for enlightening me on this. So now with the Miho releases, Toys R Us releases, and the US releases of the Mini GT stuff, they all come in clamshell packages where you can see the car separate from the box. In the Asian releases, and I think European releases are like this too, in the box only, I don't know how you tell if it's a chase car or not. I don't know if they signify somewhere on the box or how they indicate it. I'm going to have to like look into that and see if there is some kind of indication, or if they even do a chase car for the Asian market or the European market. And if they do, does it come in a special clamshell package that way you can see it, or is it just randomly inserted and you find it like a lottery or something? So that's a good question. But anyways, this car here, let's get him out of the box. As I said, I already removed the cellophane, and they just kind of open up just like your Tamica stuff, and voila, here he is. And they did a fabulous job on it. And yeah, I was going to point out, just like I do on all the other boxes, on this box you would think that's actually the real race car, but that's actually the picture of the die cast. They like do a phenomenal job. Like a lot of manufacturers make the die cast and put a pic of the real car to kind of make it more realistic or give it that realism. Mini GT actually uses a picture of their die cast on the box because it is that amazing. It looks just like the real deal. So, with that being said, let's get him out. Then they do a very nice job at like housing it in this plastic so it doesn't bounce around in the box. It keeps the mirrors secure and they won't break, and so on. So, this HKS sponsor, usually most of the cars that are familiar with this HKS logo on it are usually like a purple and green and black, like the Hot Wheels car culture release that they released a few months back, is how this usually is painted, but this one is a different paint, like black and green two-tone, and that's it. So the HKS paint I'm used to seeing is that multicolored, like green, purple, blue, and black all together, which I kind of favor that one a little more than just this more conservative black and green two-tone, but still yet cool. And as you can see, like all of the side tampos are beautifully done, and the wheels are absolutely beautiful on the car too. They do a phenomenal job on the wheels. Also with like the exhaust outlet, that was the only part that they detailed on the chassis, is they made the exhaust pipe separate. That way they could have it exiting the side like your typical race car. That's even how like NASCAR would do it in the States too. So very, very nicely done. Then bringing it around to the front, acrylic headlights, detailed front bumper, detailed front tampo for the Advan, and then opening for on the rear, or I mean on the front valence for the radiator intercooler for the turbo. I would assume that's what that's for. Nice HKS, sorry guys, logo on the hood with the number 87, powered by HKS on the windshield, number 87 on the roof. Little awkward positioning compared to like how we would do it on an American race car. We would do it big and dead in the center where it would cover the whole roof pretty much. Then all of your co-sponsor decals like NGK and well, the Advan and such. Man, I can't really read. The other ones are a little bit small, but anyways, you get the point. And it's got the cage in it. You can kind of see a little bit, and it is right-hand drive, and it does have one windshield wiper on here, which is pretty cool, and to give it that more realism look. And it even has like a rear window defogger, and you can see the cage through the back window too. And to be honest with you, I don't even know what these little holes in the deck lid would be for. So if somebody can enlighten me on that, that would be great. As I said, I don't follow the JDM racing so much, so I'm not sure what that would be for. Once again, HKS logo on the rear spoiler, Advan on the rear deck lid, red acrylic taillight lenses, GTR emblem. Sorry, trying to get that to focus for you guys. A Skyline, and I thought that was a GTR between the taillights, but I'm not sure. So, once again, 87 on the rear bumper cover. Very nicely done piece. This is by far probably the best R32 I've seen. I looked at some real pics of the car on the internet, and this is like spot on with all the body lines, everything. It's proportioned perfect. Scaling, I'm going to assume, is pretty accurate too. I've seen some R32s here in person in the Philippines and some R34s. Both small cars, actually, even compared to the new GTR, they're small. And then here is what we kind of, well, how I compare things is with Auto World, because I know that they brag about themselves being true to scale 1/64. So, like, looking at an old Dart, like 70, 71, and looking at this guy here, the R32, I would say it's pretty much to scale, because like looking at the R32 at the car shows, I would say it's pretty close to like being the size of a early 70s Dart, actually a little shorter, so, or a little smaller. So yeah, this I would say is pretty darn accurate. And then you have your tank, which would be the 58 Plymouth by Auto World, which would dwarf this R32, which it does. So I'm going to say Mini GT does a superb job with accuracy on 1/64th scale. So this car I highly recommend for you guys to pick up. Everything I've reviewed by Mini GT I absolutely love. Think they do a great job with their stuff. I can't wait to get this car in silver. I do have the C8 Corvette ordered, the new Mercedes 190s I think it is ordered, the bigger BMW M4 ordered. So yeah, you'll be getting a lot of reviews about the Mini GT stuff from me and getting some up close look at them. So that way you kind of get a good description, a good comparison like to other true to scale cars, and then you can kind of make your own decision of like how accurate it is in scale size. So pretty nice car. As I said, the rear window defogger, the front windshield wiper, and everything is just like really nice touches. So fantastic job, Mini GT. So anyways, they do have the new Lamborghini SUV out too. Not a big fan of that. It reminds me of a Pontiac Aztek in a way. So I'm not a big fan of it. So I did not order that one. Maybe eventually I'll get one and do a review on it. But I don't foresee that in the future anytime soon. But that's not because I didn't do a nice job on it. It's just because I'm not a fan of that vehicle. But this R32 was a must-have. So guys, I highly recommend their products. They do a fantastic job. So if you have not subscribed yet, please remember to do so. Please give me a thumbs up and please share the video. This is an added bonus this week. We normally just do 3 videos a week, but this is one of our added bonuses. So this weekend, still as scheduled, it will be the Lowrider and Donk show on probably Friday, maybe Saturday, not sure. So either tomorrow or the next day. So make sure you tune back in for that. And then I will see you guys this weekend. So thanks for watching.